Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will share a true story from my subscribers about how her mother-in-law turned her wedding into a circus. So let's begin. Lisa tells, my mother-in-law is an evil woman. She is making me hate my own fiancé. I have been engaged for almost a year now and planning my dream wedding. I told my fiancé all my dreams and wishes. He listened patiently and promised he would do anything to make me happy on our big day. We started saving money immediately. A year passed. My fiancé had saved enough money for a small wedding. I was so grateful and loved him more than anything else in life. I did not ask for much. Just 2 weeks ago, he told me we could finally start looking for venues. I was so excited that I took time off from work to look at venues every day. Finally, we found one. It was perfect. It had a beautiful garden for the ceremony, and it could fit all our guests. The only downside was that it cost $100 per person. But since we had saved for a year, it was not a problem. I told my mother-in-law about the venue and she lost her mind. She said, "How could we spend so much money when we are poor?" Then she told us about a friend of hers who had organized a great wedding for only $10 per person. The friend's wedding had been featured in the newspaper and everyone praised her for being smart. She showed us the article and said, "You should do the same." Now, my fiancé and I both hate the idea of spending less money on our wedding because his family will think we are stupid. I do not want to disappoint my fiancé. So I told my mother-in-law that I wanted to stick with the original plan. She looked at me in disbelief and said, "Are you out of your mind? No one will come to such an expensive wedding. All your relatives will think you are crazy and only your close friends will come. And there will be no food or drinks for them. Everyone will leave early and you will be surrounded by 10 people you do not know at your wedding." I was stunned. I did not know what to say. My mother-in-law is a selfish and manipulative woman. She thinks she knows what's best for everyone and never listens to anyone. She made me cry. And my fiancé got angry at her and told her to stop interfering in our lives. But then she said, "I am just looking out for you. Son, your wife is trying to ruin your life. She wants to be surrounded by 10 people on her special day, instead of having a good time with the whole family." My fiancé slapped her across the face and left the room. Now, he is furious with me because I did not stand up for him against his mom. He says I should have told her that she has no right to interfere in our marriage. I tried explaining to him that I was scared, but he did not listen. Now he refuses to talk to me and spends all his time with his mom. I miss him so much. I do not understand what to do. I feel alone, betrayed, and misunderstood. Should I tell him the truth about how I felt? Will he ever forgive me? Or is my marriage doomed? The next day, Lisa came back. She said, "My fiancé and I spoke last night. He still does not understand why I did not defend him against his mother. He says I should have shown more backbone." He admits his mother can be very manipulative and hurtful, but he does not want to cut ties with her because she raised his brother and him as a single mother. Her only wish was to see him happy on his wedding day. I promised him I would make things right and begged him to give me another chance. He agreed. I told him I would talk to his mother and explain to her that he and I love each other very much and that we do not need any help organizing our wedding. I know it won't be easy, but I am willing to try. Please give me a chance, honey. I love you so much and I promise it will all work out. Hey guys, welcome back. Another married man here talking about the classic mother-in-law trope. It's safe to say that if you've ever had one, they can be quite a handful. They always seem to think they know better and can cause nothing but headaches for their children and grandchildren. This story is a prime example of that. However, I do have to say that I also understand where the mother comes from. She saw her son getting married for the first time and probably had high hopes and expectations for the event. After all, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I'm sure she wanted everything to be picture perfect. I also think she was coming from a place of frugality. Times must have been tough for her. If she had a friend who pulled off a similar wedding for a lot cheaper, it would make sense that she would recommend it to her son. However, none of this justifies her behavior. Yikes! It seems like she really put her foot in her mouth and caused nothing but drama. I'm curious though, what would you have done in this situation? Would you have gone with the cheaper option or stuck with your guns on the venue? Let me know down in the comment. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.